Praise
Praise to
you,
you,
Lord
Lord
Jesus
Jesus.
Christ.
My sisters and my brothers, we are on this Friday, octave of Easter. In today's Gospel, again we have a beautiful story of the disciples, how they encountered Jesus. The beginning of the Gospel says, Jesus revealed himself again to his disciples the following way. He revealed himself to Simon Peter, Thomas, Nathanael, and all the disciples is returned. Then what had happened? Simon Peter said to them, I am going fishing. Imagine that the call of Peter. He was fishing. Jesus met him at his workplace and asked him to follow him. Peter followed our Lord. After 3 years of his experience with Christ, now again, more or less the same scene. Jesus came. My brothers, what came to my mind during when I was reading this gospel is, imagine the first encounter of Peter with Jesus, the sea. Now he again encountering. Both times when Peter encountered not only the Peter, the disciples, they were without Jesus. First, Peter was called when he was fishing. He did not know who Jesus was. He had no idea about Jesus. In that darkness, Jesus called Peter to follow him. Now, after experiencing Jesus around 3 years, now he feels same darkness without Jesus. In this darkness, again, Jesus comes. My brothers and sisters, this is what happens in our life. Our real self is always with us. Our profession is always with us. But on that way, we experience Jesus. We may travel with Jesus long 3 years, 4 years, but the moment we lose Christ, what comes to us is our original self. People, those who are addicted to drugs or any addictions, it is always bad to have any addictions. Overeating, using drugs, anything addictions is bad. The time we may not realize Christ. But once we encounter Jesus, once we have the experience of Jesus, it is always good to be with him. But there are times we lose that experience of Christ in us. Then what happens? What comes to us is our habits, our addictions. Immediately it comes to us. Because we are vulnerable. Then we need the grace of God to come back. As human beings, we have our own shortcomings. Don't think that we are perfect. We make blunders in our life. We may be thinking that I'm not going to do this way will make. We all make mistakes. That's the time that we feel the absence of Christ. But once we feel that experience that we don't have Christ in us, it's a high time for us to come back to Christ. Realize Christ is with us. During this time, as we are in quarantine, as we are staying, as people are working at home, from home, what comes to us is all your weaknesses, your addictions will come very strongly to you. Suppose I have an addiction of eating so much. When I sit at home, work at home, I see the chips and all things, it will come to us. But we need to always make a balance. What comes to us, our addictions. But we need to ask God to help us to overcome whatever addictions we have by the grace of God. If Christ is not in us, we will be zero. We will go back to our depressions. We will go back whatever things we have. Today, God is asking each one of us. Don't be afraid. Do what you are doing. Good things. Bring Christ into your life. Let Him be our light, just like the Easter candle. Let Him shine in our life. Let Him shine so that when we go through the darkness of our life, He will give us the light. Those who are working from home, those who are working in the hospitals, those who are feeling so bad that this is happening, those who are afraid of their work, I ask you, please bring the Christ into your hearts. Bring the light of Christ into your family, in your house, in your workplace. Let Him shine. Once He is shining in our life, we can walk with Him. Even if we make mistakes, we know that who is with us. Be strong, be courageous, don't give up hope, because Christ has risen. He is our light and He is our life. Amen.